Hi, I'm Plush and Mudge. This is my very first unboxing video and I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm going to try to be adding some business aspects to my unboxing videos. Please see how you can email me at my eBay store or find me on Facebook. I am Plush and Mudge everywhere. Please excuse my hands in the video. We're sheep farmers. My hands have seen some things. Here we're going to start unboxing our Goodwill, Missouri butterfly lot. And as you can see, there's a silver tone butterfly that has a few little sparkly rhinestones on it. And there's the back. I don't see any markings on the back of that, but it's a nice little sparkly pin nonetheless. Oh, now it looks like we have a silver tone butterfly that is nice and sparkly with some rhinestones. And not much else going on, but it sure is sparkly. See the back? I don't see any markings, but that does look like it's a 1928 pattern, so that counts. I think we'll sell that one individually. I will check over all these as we go afterwards to see if there's any missing rhinestones or too much wear. That's a Sarah Coventry butterfly, gold tone, but it does seem to have quite a bit of wear on it, so that probably won't make the cut to be listed individually. Next we have, looks like a nice heavy silver tone butterfly with some shiny accents. It's pretty well made. I don't see any markings on the back, but I think we'll probably list this one individually. This little guy here doesn't have a lot going for it. We'll probably just go ahead and put that in the lot. And this one looks like it's an enamel green-blue butterfly with some rhinestones. I think that we could probably list that individually. See what happens. Flip it over. Don't see any markings, but that's all right. Now we have one of the just flimsy little enamel butterflies that we all get all the time in lots. Well, that'll go to a lot of butterflies. Same with this little guy, plus he seems to have a little bit of problems. Real pretty holographic, but just not good enough to list individually. So off to the lot he'll go. Next we have a little guy, but it looks like he's missing a stone, so in the box. There's another individual enamel butterfly that'll be part of our butterfly lot at the end. And this one looks nice and shiny and full of sparkles. And it's definitely going to get listed by itself. I like that one a lot. It's pink and blue and green. Catches the light pretty nice. Pretty solidly built on the back. This is a little trembler butterfly, but I think his wings have seen better days, so I think he's probably lot bound. But it's a nice piece, and maybe somebody can use him in some crafts. This one's got a little bit of a back pin issue, and it looks awfully sparkly, but I think it's missing a few rhinestones. Well, it's got a glue issue on the left, and we aren't going to want to send that by itself. This one is a enamel one that had some issues, I think. Yep, it's missing some stones, so we don't want to list that one. It'll be in our lot. This one's seen better days. I think it's gonna go straight to the lot. And another one of our little flimsy ones. Yep, they're gonna go to our lot too. They're very pretty, they're just not worth a whole lot by themselves. And here's a nice enamel one. It's got blue and green, gold tone, nicely built. I like this one a lot. It's good size. So I think we'll individually list this one on eBay. And let's see what this one is. Flip it over. Oh, it's beautiful, but it's missing one of the main stones. So I don't repair things, so it's going to have to go to the lot also. See what we have next. Little real pretty silver and blue rhinestone pin. Let's see if it's missing anything, and it is. It's missing a little stone at the bottom, so it's going to have to go to the lot too. I don't fix anything. I don't sell anything that has damage without disclosing it, but in a lot, those things sometimes still get used as crafts. Same way with this little guy, real pretty, but just not feasible to sell on its own. Let's see what we have here. Real pretty, lots of great color, but it is missing a rhinestone. So it will also be part of our butterfly lot. Yep. The back looks okay, but the front, again, is missing a little rhinestone. We have here. This one's looking promising. It's nice size. It's well made. It's a modern, but that's okay. It's pretty. It's solid. Yep. This is definitely eBay listable. We can handle that one. This one is like a primary color-based butterfly. I'll have to check that over to make sure we're not missing any stones, but so far so good. It's nice and shiny. Look on the back. I think it does have a signature, but I'll have to look under a loop to make sure to see what that is. Something China. And again, I apologize for my nails or hands. They get pretty farm worn. Just trying to get a better look at that signature here. And this one, nice and colorful. It's modern, but it's really pretty. I'll check it closer to make sure we're okay on stones. Nice shiny back. I like this one a lot. It should bring something on eBay by itself. And then we have a real plain one, but it's got some wear and it's missing a stone, so it's going to the lot. Another one, like I said, these are really nice, but they just don't sell well on their own. That one I think might even be missing the body of it, so I don't think we're going to keep this one around. And we need to look at, that is actually half of one that I think was really beautiful, but it's broken half, so it'll be part of our lot also. And this one, while it's pretty on the front, it's got some wear on the back. And I'll check this one to see if there's any missing stones. If not, it might be okay. It does have some wear on it, but it's nice and pink. I'll clean these up and we'll bring them back at the end. Ooh, I like this one. It's like a lady butterfly with her big wings. Don't see any missing stones. And on the back, it looks like it's a JJ. So JJ does okay by itself. We'll put that one individually. As you can see, we have a few little remnants left behind. That's never good. This one's got some wear. He'll probably get thrown in the butterfly lot. No signature on the back. Clean it up and see how that one does. Then we have a shiny little butterfly. I think this one will probably end up in the lot. There's really nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't probably going to be able to hold its own value. Just a little bitty one. It's real shiny, foil-like enamel. It'll probably end up in the lot. Wasn't anything too special. This one's a dragonfly, not a butterfly, but he's going to identify as a butterfly today, and I bet we can list him individually. Don't see any missing stones. Wants to be a marcasite type butterfly. And there's a pretty cloisonne butterfly. It's gold tone, got some maroon edging. I'll check it out to make sure the clasp works and everything, but it'll probably get listed by itself. Another primary color butterfly, and if If he passes the rhinestone test, there's no reason why this one wouldn't be able to sell on eBay by itself. And next up, we have a little glowy, pretty. It's got a little chunk of glue in the middle, I see, but it still might be okay. We'll see how this one cleans up and see if it's more dirt than wear. If it's more dirt than wear, we can live with that. And then this right here looks like kind of a unique enamel butterfly. It's like sitting on its side. Its wings look good. This one's probably more of a vintage. I think we'll keep that one. And this one is identical to the other one, but it's still pretty, so we just won't list them at the same time, but they probably will both get listed separately. It's got lots of color. People are always looking for color. This little guy is pretty small, but he's gold. It does have nice color, but he's probably lot bound. Just not nice enough to be by itself. Same with this guy. Got a little wear, pretty small. Sell better as a lot. And this one would be really nice, but there's wear on the tops of the rhinestones. I really don't like that. There's nothing you can do once that happens. It's just, it is what it is. So he's going in the lot. This one's gold, shiny, probably also going to the lot. Now here's a Monet butterfly. These do actually sell on their own fairly well. They all kind of have the same look to them. It's in good shape. It's nice and shiny. There's no real gross stuff going on. I think we'll clean him up and probably list him by himself. And then we have a Napier butterfly. And I think this one could probably be listed by itself. It's like a brushed gold. Looks pretty nice. And then there's a big enamel butterfly. It's got a vibrant orange color to it. I don't see any reason why it couldn't. It's more of a vintage back. Probably get listed by itself on eBay just fine. And this one is also a Monet. And I think it will go on its own. There's another one of those straight to the lot. I have a big butterfly lot. This one, it's cold. I believe it's a jade butterfly. And it's also looks a little more vintage with the rollover clasp. So we'll list it by itself. There's another Monet, I betcha. Let's flip it over and find out. Yep, that's another Monet butterfly. It looks pretty good. List it on its own. Then here we have the other half of that beautiful butterfly that broke in half. So it's going to the craft lot. And that one, even though it's marked, is probably still not good enough to be on its own. So it's probably going to go to a lot also. And there's some nice faux pearls in the middle. If that cleans up, it might be okay by itself. Now it's kind of boring when you get a lot and it's all one thing like butterflies, but then it also gives you the opportunity to, like this little enamel guy, I think he'll be okay by himself. He's nice and vintage looking. But if you have all the same types of items, it also gives you an opportunity to lot them up together, which sells better as a lot when things are alike sometimes. Real simple little sparkly guy with gold and silver tone. Also, I think that one will do just fine on its own. Won't be very great price, but it was nice enough to be by itself. Another Monet butterfly there. If it cleans up nice, it'll be fine. See it signed on the back there. If you hear weird noises in the back, it's my Frenchie. She's kind of noisy. There's another one. Straight to the lot. Go play with the other ones that are all hanging out over there. This one, this one might be okay by itself, but I'm just not sure. It's probably in the $6.99 range. It's probably better off in the lot. Then we have a little one right there. It's got, so I think this little guy's going to end up in the lot. And there's another of those enamel one. This one's a trembler. It probably could be listed by itself, but it's in a little bit of a rough shape. It'll probably be seeing you in the lot. Oh, this one's really pretty if it's not missing any stones. The wear looks pretty good on it. See if it has a signature. It does. It's an Avon butterfly. And next time I won't do a voiceover, guys. This was my first one, got kind of noisy and people were weed eating outside. Gorgeous, gorgeous one. Real sparkly and pretty, but it was missing some stones. Ugh, Molly the Frenchie's yawning. There's a little one, but it is kind of unique. It's got the reflectiveness to it. It could probably be by itself. Nothing real special about that one. It's got some wear to it. And then this one, again, now he's got some problems, obviously going to the lot. It's never great when you have spare parts left over, like those stones on there either. There was another little enamel one, went to the lot. And this one, real pretty. We'll see if it's missing stones or not. If it's not, it could be by itself pretty easily. People like blue. Blue is popular. It's a modern back. Oh, and that's a Nolan Miller. So let's hope that it is okay. And there's a really little old guy there. I think maybe it could be by itself just because it looks old and it's really well done with a bunch of filigree on it. And there's a really pretty one. Little bit of discoloration here and there in the rhinestones, but I think the green and the blue, I think we could make that work. Here we have the ones I cleaned up and decided could be listed alone. So these are going to be listed on my eBay store by themselves as an individual lot. I think we did okay. There ended up being 30 usable, as far as sellable individually items out of this butterfly lot. And I'm okay with that. Of course, you always wish for more, but you always think about 50% is probably going to go to some kind of lot when you buy big bulk purchases like that. So this one wasn't too bad. We did get some individually sellable pieces, and that's all you can really ask for when you buy any kind of lot. And then we go to, this is what will be in the lot for the butterfly lot. This will be individually listed on eBay as a lot, as junk, repurposable, craft, and some wearable, because all those little ones are fine. They just aren't valuable enough to be listed on their own. I don't like to list anything by itself that's under $14.99. So that's why it's just going to the lot, and hopefully somebody will be able to enjoy it. So here we can see that I did go ahead and list that butterfly lot in my eBay store for a butterfly jewelry lot for repair, repurpose, craft, or wearable. And here is the original listing that I purchased this lot. It was from Missouri Goodwill for $45, and actually the shipping ended up being split between a couple lots, so it was only $6 total. When I'm going to purchase the lot, I want to look at how many items are in the lot and then how much I'm willing to pay per item. It ended up being $51 with shipping, and there was 31 usable items in this lot. So the one, we counted the junk lot as one item. So that ended up being $1.65 per butterfly that was sellable by itself and including the lot. So I think that's eBay probably on our selling page. I'm going to go into my active screen, and I'm going to try to find another butterfly brooch that I have listed in the past to start my listing off of. And there's one that'll work. Go here, go to sell similar. We don't want to be selling similar off other people's items because we bring in all sorts of junk and business policies that we just don't want. We remove the pictures, and then we would add the pictures, which I will put in later. Right now we're going to put in a title. This is the big Avon blue brooch, which I will add the pictures in on. We're going to go ahead and go back and add those pictures quick so that you can see what we're listing. Here. Upload those. So this is the item we're listing. It's very important that we get the title correct. I always start it with vintage if it is vintage, and I do believe this one is over the 20-year mark. So anything that's 2003 or older could be called vintage. And then what is it? Or actually, what is the name brand? It's Avon, and it's a butterfly brooch. And then we're going to describe it. So it's got some teal, enamel, rhinestone, and let's see, what else can we say about it? It has blue in it, and it has green in it, and it was 3.5 inches wide. So that should do it to be an effective title. Category is correct. We brought that over from the last brooch. We'll go into item specifics. It's pre-owned. It is Avon. It's a brooch. That's correct. I just want to check our things here. The color, it is a gold base. The main stone color is actually blue. Material is enamel. That's correct. The women's department. We want to go to the shape of a butterfly. Change this because I don't know what that base metal is. Country manufacturer, I don't know that either. It's in the fashion department. It is signed. The theme is animals and insects. It's vintage. And my custom SKU is always today's date. So that is 9/8. Had to check quick. And check over our listing. We go to the description. This is my go-to description. Except now I do take off this last sentence, so I'm going to do that quick. Just says that I don't deep clean my items. I don't see any flaws we need to disclose, but if we did, it would go right there at the top. Then our pricing. You can see how other sellers price this one. I don't think I would price it at that. I think we're going to go ahead and do $16.99 and see how it does. If we weren't sure, we could always go to Google Lens and see how they're doing in other areas. But I think that's a good price to start at. Yes, we want to do offers. No, we don't need to schedule it. I have my business policy in place, which we can do a video on if anybody's interested about business policies. For my shipping, this is always just one piece of jewelry. And that's my policy for returns. And I have a campaign for my promoted listing, so I don't do anything there either. So it's ready to list. You should be able to list about 10 to 15 items per hour, photography and the listing part, if you are doing well and in the groove of things. I really appreciate you hanging in there with me and suffering through my very first unboxing video. Next time I'll try to do better and hopefully teach you some more things at the same time. Please visit me on those things that are on the screen there at my eBay store and shoot me an email or a message if you have any questions. Thank you.